Welcome back to Fanshawe Variety. I'm your host Roger Farias, and today we are diving into incredible journeys of international students, the challenges and triumphs and everything in between. Get ready for some truly inspiring stories. All right, let's dive into the journal of an international student. Imagine packing up your life and moving to a whole new country. It's an adventure full of challenges and unforgettable moments. Today we have a special guest, Mehak Shima, and we will have talking about her journey as an international student. So, Mehak, thank you for accepting our invitation. And why did you choose to study abroad, and why drew you to this country especially?
So I am from India, so I'll personally talk about myself. So in India, it's like a kind of a trend of going into another country and just exploring something new and kind of stuff. So we are just controlled by our parents 24/7, I would say. So they just wanted us to go out, explore something new. I don't know what they think about it, but they just don't want to live us in India. I don't know what's their reason, but I think for me, I chose Canada because I have some family members here. So it would be like a plus point for me to stay and to there was like I have a house, I don't have to go for groceries, and also it would be easier for me to stay with a family here in another country rather than going out in somewhere in Australia or somewhere I don't have any family members. So I chose Canada because I had family here, and also in London, I found there were less people like from India in London last year. So I found a place kind of I can also explore something new. Plus, living with a family is a plus point as well. Yeah.
So interesting, isn't it? And what was the biggest culture shock you experienced when you first arrived?
Most of the time, like new people. Everyone you see is something different. Like there are so many people here from different countries, and you met different people every day, and you don't know what you're gonna do every day. And I am studying journalism, so I'm not a kind of extrovert person. I don't like talking to people that much, especially strangers, kind of, I'll say. But I took journalism and I had to talk to strangers now. It was not a kind of a cultural shock, but yeah, that was the difficulty I faced. And yeah, I still remember it, the first semester. And they were just saying that you have to interview people, you have to do this. And I'm like, no, I'm going to drop out. I'm not going to do this at all.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's not my thing. So
Okay.
I don't think it's a cultural shock, but yeah, like it was a kind of a difficulty. The most difficult thing I faced was this program's first semester. Yeah.
Okay. I get it. Do you have a funny or unexpected story about adjusting to life here, specifically to London and Canada?
As I told you that I have some family members here, so it was okay until I was not coming to college. Like living in a house, you know people, and you're just doing your daily routines and stuff. But when I started coming to college in September 2023, I started feeling a little nervous every time because I don't know people around me at all. Like I found 2 friends, which I'm not friends with one of the guys now. Yeah, but that's a different story. So I found some better friends, and I found the program professors were really good, and the classmates were really good. So it made a plus point to get adjust in college life in Canada and all, because college is your first place. The reason you came here for is your study, right? Okay. So if you get a better program, better people around you, and better professors, and you find good friends, that all matters, I think, and that makes your life better here. And I found so many good people like you. So I think that made my life good, and it makes me settle down. Like, easily for me. It was easy to settle here for me. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And what's one thing from your home country that you wish more people knew about?
Um, I think the street food.
Okay.
It's so good. I didn't find any like there are so many Indian restaurants here in London, but the street food you get there, there's no place you can get anywhere else. And plus, and people in India are like too religious, too much into something that they just sacrifice everything for that. So I personally like believe in some kind of a different philosophy and all. So it was a little different for me because I'm pure vegetarian. So everything here we get is non-veg. Like everything, any groceries have something which is a non-veg material in it. So every time, like whenever we go for groceries, we always check the ingredient list and then we buy it. So yeah, it was okay kind of thing. But yeah, that was the most difficult part of my life, I would say, to identify what you can eat and what you cannot. In India, it was like, okay, you know what you are eating and how it is made and stuff. So yeah, I think the street food is the best thing. And plus, when you're just too much religious, it's a kind of a problem moving into another country and believing having different beliefs and having a different way of life. Yeah, it was difficult, but yeah, the street food and the people over there, I miss them. But yeah, it's okay. We can't do anything now.
I love Indian food there. Actually, there's a restaurant near my apartment. It's so amazing. And what do you love most about studying and living here?
I was never that much interested in journalism, which I'm doing right now.
I know.
I always say that. And I'm still not that interested, which I should be interested in it because it's like third semester almost over. Now, I think I get attached to people so easily. So I was like getting attached to people over here, to the classrooms and all. Whenever I think like it's only one semester left and I feel sad about it. Like I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave this college at all now. I think studying here was okay because the people around me were good enough to teach me how to do things and to help me with the stuff I don't know how to do. Yeah, so life in Canada is okay. I just told you earlier that if you find good people here, you're good. You don't need anything else in your life.
Exactly. And right now you are in third term. That's just one left.
Yeah.
And was there a moment that made you feel truly at home in this new environment?
Yeah, I think living in a family here and plus good friends and good people around you is the most important thing. I've said that like third time now, but yeah, yeah, I think that's the. And today we had a class party, and as for the Christmas, so that was a good initiative by the professors. I liked it, and yeah, that the little moments in your life that makes it a better place for you, and the memories you made, you'll just remember it for your whole time in your life. The college life, we all gonna miss it, but yeah, it's only one semester left, so we'll be apart now.
That's right, that's right. Oh, thank you for accepting our invitation. Let's see in a couple of minutes. And all right, let's take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more in store for you, and when we return, we'll dive deeper into the inspiring journeys of international students, from the challenges they face to the incredible experience they gain along the way. Don't go.
If it's me that you need, you miss me, you know I don't pick up your call. It's been falling, I've been stalling for weeks.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for staying with us. I'm your host, Roger Farias, and we've got an exciting segment coming up. Whether you're just tuning in or have been with us for the start, you're in for a treat. Stay tuned as we dive into today's topic and hear from amazing stories that you won't want to miss. Let's start with an overview of the challenges international students have facing when studying abroad. We have a new guest, Gursimran Singh, and who moved to a new country for education is a huge adjustment, and it can bring a lot of difficulties from navigating a new culture to managing academic expectations. And the first question for you is, what do you think makes this experience so challenging, Gursimran?
So Roger, the challenges start the moment you land here. So firstly, you have to find some accommodation and knowing people, and after that, you have to make connections, and that's the most difficult thing, like matching the vibes with your friends, and after that, finding your college and getting to know your professors and all, and getting used to of the study culture here, and after that you have to find work as well. That's the most important thing to survive in other countries. So that's also challenging. Firstly, you have to find the work, and after that, managing that with your studies as well. So that's, I think, the most challenges students face. Moreover, they also leave their home country away from their parents, so they feel homesickness as well. I have had few friends who had been dealing with that, but now they're okay.
Okay, I understand that 100%. That is something that international students live daily. And yes, the uncertainty and the unknown can definitely make it harder. Let's talk about the practical aspects. And many international students face difficulties with things like security in housing, dealing with visa issues, or even just like getting used to public transportation. How do you think institutions and countries can better support students through these logistical challenges?
I think in our case, like Fanshawe is still helping students, like they are providing all their transportation cards and fan cards as well at their campus. And also if there is any update, they are helping students there as well. And there's, I think, student union as well. They are also advocating for the students as well. So I don't think so it's very big difficulty for students at Fanshawe. I haven't faced or met many students like that, because Fanshawe is providing services like that, finding work and helping you to get job and all.
Okay, I agree,
Yeah.
because that kind of things are useful and important for us.
They got
Okay,
different
good.
offices here.
Yeah, and it's interesting how each country has have its own set and challenges for international students. Now, let's dive into some personal struggles. What are some of the biggest challenges that international students face day to day when trying to adapt to a new environment?
So the day-to-day challenges, I think, first of all, like mixing up with people, because in Canada here people are from all over the world, like from different cultures and different countries. So mixing up with them is like biggest challenge that I also faced. And moreover, like language as well. Some people are not good at English and other languages, so that's also a challenge. And I don't think so. Like for me personally, I haven't faced any other challenges because my family is here. I'm living with them. I don't have to worry about my rents and all, no groceries and all. So for me personally, but for others, these are also the challenges, like transportation, rents, groceries, and finding good friends. That's also a challenge.
Okay, awesome. And cultural shock is often one of the hardest parts. Many international students struggle with adjusting to new customs, food, and social norms. What advice would you give to students who are finding it difficult to integrate into a new culture and community?
I would say, like, try to be extrovert, try to learn more things. Like if you are here, you have to learn their culture as well, and that's the thing. If you can't just carry on your old things from your back home, you have to learn more things, you have to adapt these things, you have to take participation and learn how their culture is. And that's what I would say, like, be extrovert.
Good. Exactly. And adjusting to cultural differences can take time and effort. And now let's talk about some academic struggles. Studying in a new country often means different teaching styles and learning environments. How do you think international students can cope with the academic pressure and succeed in their studies? Because it's very common.
So I think here, as compared to my country, here
Mhm.
like there's not that much academic pressure, because back home we used to do lot of theoretical works and they would just teach us the numbers and all. But here I think it's not that much pressure because it's just practical and all. And that's the good thing here. We have to go out, do interviews and all, because I'm doing journalism. So
Mhm.
we don't have to give exams on all, tests and all. So that's not a lot of pressure. We just do an assignment, interview someone, submit the assignment, and we are free for the day.
Mhm.
And I think that should be for most of the students here. Just do the most of the practical works. I don't think so that would be much pressurizing for them.
Good. And time management is definitely a key, but also getting used to different expectations and teaching methods can be tough. And then there's the issue of homesickness. Many students struggle with being far away from their families. What are some ways they can manage homesickness while staying focused on their studies?
Well, staying managing with homesickness is they need to go out. If you are staying in your room watching just phone and all, that's not gonna help. Go out, hang out with your friends, and watch some movies and all. And also focus on your studies. If your mind is focused on your study and not going somewhere else, then that's really gonna help.
That's true, completely, 100%. And finding that balance between staying connected with loved ones and adjusting to life abroad can be a challenge. Now, how about the challenge barrier? For many international students, language can be a huge hurdle in both academic and social interactions. What advice do you have for students working to improve their language skills while also managing their coursework?
So to improve your language, I would say just interact with more and more people. In my case, even I was not that good at English. So I got job and all my coworkers were like used to speak English. I had to speak with them every day and I used to interact with like hundreds of people in on my job. So that helped me a lot. So I this is the advice I would give. Interact with a lot of most people and also try watching the content in that language, the language you want to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, Good Simeran. But don't go anywhere as you don't want to miss out on the next exciting show. See you in a moment.
It's been falling, I've been stalling for weeks. The stars are pretty when the sky falls.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming back. All right, Mehak and Gursimran, it's a time for Put You Together. Let's see which one of you knows Canadian trivia better. I'll see and I'll give you some questions and you have to find out the answer. Whoever is whoever it's first will be a chance to answer, and if they're wrong, the other person can answer. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's easy. I think it's too easy. The first question, everybody at home, yeah, the same thing. What is Canada's national sport? What is national Canada sport?
Ice hockey.
That's
Yeah,
hockey.
it is.
Yeah.
Didn't you know that about?
I just found out
Okay.
after she told me.
You got one. Okay, good.
Yeah.
What is the largest city in Canada? The
Ottawa?
largest city. The largest city.
Toronto.
Toronto. 1 and 1. Toronto. Toronto is the largest city. Number 3. Which province is known for its maple syrup production? It's a famous city too.
Huh?
It's the name of a province and a city as well.
Give some hints.
Huh?
You got some hints?
No, which province is known for its maple syrup production? I give you a clue.
I
Yeah,
might
give me a clue.
It starts with Q.
Quebec.
You got
I'm
it.
the winner.
You was the first one. Number 4. Who is most popular hockey player in Canada?
Huh? I don't know much about hockey.
Me too.
No. The answer is Wayne Gretzky, and there are 2 left. Who is most famous film director in Canada? It's very famous. Starts with J.
James.
I don't know.
James. Do you know about that? James Cameron. No,
yeah.
James Cameron. And the last one. Which Canadian actor starred in the Deadpool movies?
I don't
I haven't seen that.
No. Okay.
know.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And all right. Before we wrap up, here are a few tips for all international students out there to help make your experience abroad a bit smoother. The first one is embrace the culture. Don't be afraid to dive into
The local.
into the local culture. Take part in activities. Try new foods and learn about customs and traditions. It'll make your experience richer and more memorable. The second is stay connected with home. Homesickness is normal, but make sure to stay in touch with your family and friends back home. It can help you feel supported during tough times. The third one is manage your time wisely and balancing studies, social life, and other responsibilities can be tough. Make a schedule and prioritize tasks, and don't forget to take breaks. And wow, wasn't that something interesting that we learned today? That is all the time we have for now, and thank you for being with us.